welcome to Jacobs Field. The Twins and the Indians get going for Game 2 of this three-game series. The Indians won their home opener last night, and they look to win Game 2 with Justin Wayne on the mound making his second start. 6 innings of work in his first, some pretty good work. Left to right the infield. Ensberg, Gonzalez, Bohart, Shea Hillenbrand, the game-winning hit yesterday. Michael Barrett behind the plate. Left to right. Cabrera getting the day off. Miyagi starting in left. Milton Bradley in center. And Kevin Minchin right. And here's our leadoff hitter of the game, Coco Crisp at 219. 1 home run, 1 ribby thus far for Coco Crisp, as Justin Wayne about to get going here for Game 2 of the Indians 81 at home. And the first pitch through the left side for a base hit. Good start for Coco Crisp. Fastball inside corner already. A hit to report for the Twins, losing 2-1 against the Indians yesterday. The Indians tying the game in the bottom half of the 9th inning. We were scoreless until the 8th. Or until the 9th, I believe. It was until the 9th when Sejong Pyongyang gave up the lead to the Minnesota Twins. That is ball 2. The count 2 balls, no strikes to Julio Lugo. Off to the very good start of the .329 average thus far. That is ripped foul and out of play. Inside. 3-1. And a strike, 3-2. Julio Lugo from the Dominican Republic. Actually grew up in the United States. That is on the ground. Should be 2. Hart to second for 1. Gonzalez back to first. DP. And after allowing Coco Crisp to reach on a leadoff single, Justin Wayne able to double up the Twins and pick up the first 2 outs of this first inning. On down, here's Michael Cazapiro at .433, 3 homers, 6 ribbies, and 13 hits thus far. He is on fire. Cazapiro got 1 hit in last night's game. It was a long single at the wall. Swing and a miss, but Cazapiro, who was traded for Johan Santana to the Boston Red Sox, certainly a big presence here with the Minnesota Twins as an everyday center fielder. He is going to help this ball club out, and he's already doing so. That is low for ball 2, and the count even at 2-2. Justin Wayne trying to end the first inning by way of the K as a slider runs outside. It's a full count. 3-2 on Cazapiro. And to right. Mench is there, and a 1-2-3, not quite a base hit. A DP, and then the fly out to end the top of the first. Take a look at the Indians starting lineup. Brought to you by Rico, and it is Bohart, Shea Hillenbrand batting second, Bradley batting third. The starting pitcher, Terry Coleman. They'll make his second start, 6 2/3 in his first 9 hits, and that was ironically enough against the Indians. Rodriguez, Lugo, Beltre, Erstad, Oldman, the infield left to right. The outfield is Serafimov, Coco Crisp in center, and in right, it is J.D. Drew. Here's Bohart at .286, 2 homers, 4 runs batted in, 10 hits thus far. Off to the pretty good start as a member of the Indians. Former Twin for the last 3 years. Takes a strike from Terry Coleman, who is just 24, making his second start this season. Making his 18th all-time start. He started in mid-season last season as a starter. 0-2 pitch from Hart. From Coleman, strike 3 call. Bohart down by way of the K on 3 pitches, 2 fastballs in outside, and then the curveball running out of the inside corner. It's a good start for Coleman, and there's 1 away. Here's Shea Hillenbrand. He'll get a bit more noise than he usually does as he got the game-winning hit in yesterday's game. A single to right field with a runner at third. Just the 90 feet to run from third to home, winning run 2-1. The score in yesterday's game, that is his check swing. He did check it. The count even at 1-1. Hillenbrand signing a 2-year, $4 million deal, taking him back here in a Cleveland Indian uniform. It was an important re-signing for the Indians, such a big part in last year's World Series championship for the Indians. A 2-2 pitch, 1 away. Coleman Brings on a fastball that is lined into right field. It's a one-out hit for Hillenbrand. And in his last two at-bats, he's 2 for 2. Fastball on 2-2. Take another look at that. Fastball on 2-2. Just lined. Not trying to do too much with it. 1 on, 1 out. Here's Bradley. In his last at-bat, he tied the game with 2 out in the bottom of the 9th. And he did that against Joel Zumaya, the hard-throwing righty and closer for the Twins now for the 2nd straight year entering in that position. A 2-0 to Bradley, misses low. Bradley off to the 4-home-run start. One guy on this roster has more, that's Michael Barrett. He's got 5 and off to the very good start. A 2-2 ground ball to second from Rodriguez. To first, not in time. Thrown widely from the second baseman. And so it'll give some breathing space for Ensberg, who's hitting 143 with 3 homers and 5 hits thus far. Off to not that a good start. Trying to get that on-base percentage going and trying to get more hits than the occasional solo shot from Ensberg thus far this season. Last season, he got a lot of solo shots, 92 total. Into left field, well hit, but in play for the left fielder Serafimov, who takes care of the 3rd out of the 1st inning. We move on to the 2nd. Serafimov, J.D. Drew, Adrian Beltre scoreless through 1. Justin Wayne comes back to work, and he'll work against the cleanup hitter, Alex Serafimov, the Bulgarian-born player. That's past first base and into right field. It'll be an error on Hillenbrand at first. That just went through his legs, not able to glove it. And we'll see what it's been ruled. It's been ruled a hit for the Twins, surprisingly enough, because there was no glove on it. It just went right through the legs of Shea Hillenbrand at first base. So a leadoff single. Here's J.D. Drew. Drew in yesterday's game went hitless. This is something rare for Drew as he is off to the 417 start. He entered last night hitting 500. That's on the ground. Should be 2 again. There's Juan Gonzalez back to first. The 2nd DP that burns the Minnesota Twins today. And, well, I guess that'll pay off for the error. It's not considered an error at first base. It should have been, because clearly Hillenbrand is certainly able to feel that. Right in between his legs are usually errors. But today scored as a hit. Well, the double play. An easy 4-6-3. So 2 down, nobody on. Here's Adrian Beltre, and that is hammered to center field. Back at the wall, and the Twins have the 1-0 lead. And now it's a good thing it was a double play, as Beltre hits his 2nd out this season, and the Twins have a 1-0 lead here in Game 2 of this 3-game series. Something they had a hard time doing yesterday. They did take the lead first, but it was a scoreless game till the 9th inning. Well, it's now a 1-0 lead here in the 2nd inning. Off the bat of Adrian Beltre. And now a base hit into left field. No, Miyagi has other ideas. Robs a base hit from Erstad. The top of the 2nd comes to a close. Minnesota on top 1-0 and a home run by Beltre. And when you ground into double plays, I guess the only shot available is the long ball, and Beltre proved that to be possible off his bat. Coming off a trade from the New York Yankees, sending Reggie Sanders to the Yankees in exchange for Beltre. 1-1 to Gonzalez. That is outside for ball 2. We're in the bottom half of the 2nd. The Minnesota Twins have a 1-0 lead. Terry Coleman worked to 1-2. No, he did allow a hit, but he did work an effective 1st inning. It's a 3-1 to Gonzalez. And that is into right field. A long run for the right fielder, Drew, and he dives, and he cannot make the play. It's a foul ball. Nice effort by Drew. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gonzalez goes from hitting a big shot foul to striking out in a breaking ball. 2nd strikeout for Coleman, and there's 1 away. Nobody out. Here's Kevin Manshop for the 263 start. Terry Coleman in his last start worked 2 very good innings. The first 2 innings were 1-2-3.